All right, we went live half second quicker than I thought we were going to go. We have some interesting news to share today for how's the market. A couple factors came out and it's affecting the Dow. All right, so let's take a look at these. All right, the Fed announced that the PPC, personal price consumer, forget the exact initials. Anyways, it's up 0.6% month to month. It's up 4.6% year to year. This was unexpected, higher than they thought it was going to be. So this is kind of continuing a trend of the things that have come out since the good jobs number have all been inflationary, higher than expected. And what's causing is now we're curious coming in March when the Fed announces, what are they going to do with the rates? How many basis points are they going to go up? We were thinking it would be 0.25, maybe 5. It's looking now that it might be 0.6, might be 7.5. So when the year started, like I know we were predicting that rates were going to go up just a little and then we're going to come back down below 5, like into the high fives maybe. Right now we're thinking that for the next couple of months that they might actually go back up above 7. And I feel like 7 is a number that buyers start to think like it's just a number in their head, like, okay, maybe I don't want to get a home right now. But to on the other hand, let's say this is an interesting stat that the fact though is that mortgage applications have increased in the last week. And that kind of mirrors what Michelle and I are seeing, that the mortgage applications have increased. We've had a number of new buyers come to us saying they want to buy in the next couple months. I think, and the buyers that we have are generally people that have to buy a lot of times, like they're moving, their home has gotten too small. But we also have a few buyers that just want to get into the market now. And so I think they're kind of living by the find the home, marry the home, date the rate. They know rates are going to come back down in a little while. And so we have people coming in. But the interesting fact is, so we have more people coming in, rates are going to go up a little. But what's happening with home sales? Well, with home sales, if you look at this graph here, we had the lowest home sales since, let me screaming here for myself, really since the drop off since the pandemic. And the pandemic was less dramatic drop in sales. It was for a shorter period of time. It's kind of when the pandemic first hit, like home sales, like, oh no, what's going on? And then once, the world kind of figured out, all right, we're just going to keep moving forward. Actually, if I have to stay in a house, I might want a bigger house, and sales took off. So right now, in the last couple of months, home sales have dropped. It actually is the last time it's dropped this much and for this long is 2008, and that before that, the 1980s. So why are we seeing that? I think there's a couple of reasons that the home sales have dropped. One, home prices are dropping or home sales are dropping. I think because, okay, holidays, it's a natural time that it drops. Two, people refinance, like we learned last week from in our lender meeting or podcast, 71% of people in our area have a rate under 4%. So it's going to take something for them to want to move. Another thing is, I think not only do they, and that means they don't want to move because if they have to go buy something, they're going to have a higher rate, but also they know there's not a lot of inventory. So you can just see that there's really a home crunch as far as the number of homes. And I think, it might not change until more homes start being built, because we just have, like, I can only speak for Michelle and I, we have a lot more buyers than we have homes on the market for them. Last week, Michelle and I maybe showed, I think, like 3 showings, and we have, at least 10 qualified buyers. There's just not the homes coming on the market. Kind of the summary thought that we kind of wanted to have is, if you're thinking of selling your home this year, now might be the time to get it on the market. There's low home sales. There's not as much inventory. If rates are going up, buyers might get more cautious. So I think that if you're thinking of selling your home this year, you really need to seriously consider, talk to your lender, talk to your agent. Is it the right time? It very well may be. And where are you gonna, where's your next solution? If you're selling your home and going to like an apartment, it'd be a great time to sell. If you're selling your home and you're going to use the cash to buy another home, also not a bad option because you're not going to have higher rates and things like that. So I think that's just, something to think about. And then as a final thought to all this, data that's come in, right when the show started, the Dow Jones has gone down 1.6%, or down like 380 points since the start of today. And I think that really happened because when the PPC came out, it was up 0.6, higher than we thought. I think that kind of maybe spooked investors because they realize lending rates probably going up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. What'll happen over the weekend with the futures and the selling, and then on Monday. Anyways, have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in.